Alright, what's up, YouTubers? Come on in. Am I on? Am I good? I think we're alright. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy, Deluxe Man. Welcome to yet another live review. Tonight, we are reviewing Smackdown Live. September 18th, 2018. We'll be breaking down the show from segment to segment all the way to Becky Lynch's coronation, which I thought was excellent. Now, the show overall I felt was solid. I had fun. I enjoyed myself. Was it perfect? No. There were some issues we can discuss. We can break all that down as we get into the show. But before we get into that, you know what to do. Like the video and subscribe. If this is the first time you're watching your boy, Deluxe Man. If you want to be a part of the brand, you can do a couple of things. You can like the video, as I said, and of course subscribe and click that bell. But of course you can like me on Facebook, catch all wrestling updates, and of course be a part of future Q&As. Follow me on Twitter at DeluxeManVX1. Tweet along with me during SmackDown and other wrestling shows. You can donate using Super Chat, PayPal, or Patreon. You can buy yourself a Deluxe Man t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees. And you can get yourself, where is it? Oh crap, why is it always further back than I want it to be? Okay. You can get yourself, boom, a Wrestle Crate. This show is being sponsored by Wrestle Crate, a monthly subscription service that sends wrestling merchandise straight to your door for a certain price, monthly subscription price. If you sign up today, you get your 20% off first box if you use the promo code DeluxeMan. So once again, you will get 20% off on your first box if you use the promo code DeluxeMan, and you can do that today using the link down below in the description box. So who's here? I wonder who is here in the live chat. Who is joining me for this awesome edition of Deluxe Man's SmackDown review? We got Jonathan Ayala, Hellraiser, Jake Salig, Mark Levin, Noxtaru Blaze, Pikachu Black, Sammy B, let's see, Anthony Ace, let's see, OG Wave. I'm gonna say this name wrong, but is it Gaetano Pace, or is it pronounced some other way? Awesome Kid 254, Star Wars fan. Let's see here, who else we got? Okay, here they come. AJ Envoy, TLB the Fly Guy, King Mike Tots, Marcus the Super Chat Champ. Marcus is the highest donator in terms of Super Chats. He is joining us tonight. Brandon Stevens, Chase M, Spinosaurus, Crusader Gamer, Mokasol, I think I said your name right, Mokasol, ABJ504, Phoenix Star 5000, let's do a couple more, Isaiah Webb, Jabez Machiavel, and let's see, Heavy Impact. So, welcome everybody, I hope you enjoy my review of SmackDown. As you guys know, 205 Live has been moved to Wednesday, so this review will not include 205 Live. That will be a part of my Wednesday lineup that includes NXT, the Mae Young Classic, and Lucha Underground. So be ready for 4 back-to-back reviews tomorrow night. That's going to be fun. But let's get right into it. I thought we opened up SmackDown pretty strong. We opened it up with a Miz TV segment, featuring, as Miz would say, one of the most highly anticipated guests that he's ever had, his wife, Maurice. So, basically, we have Maurice come out, and she's bragging about beating up Brie. Basically, the victory that Miz and Maurice got on Brie and Bryan at Hell in a cell. She talks about how Brie Bella only married Daniel Bryan to stay relevant and is using his star power for marketing purposes only. But now that they're losing and Bryan has proved that he is not as big as he used to be, it's all backfiring, and they feel the relationship between the Bryans, or Mr. and Mrs. Bella, however you want to say it, is crumbling. Maurice announces this is her last night on SmackDown, which got a yes chant. Miz feels disrespected that the fans booed him and his wife, and calls out Bryan to punish him to teach the fans a lesson. Bryan enters and they brawl until Bryan accidentally kicks Miz into Maurice, and she falls down, gripping her gut, and it's so fake. It's so played out. We already know that it's an act just to make Bryan feel bad. And long and behold, out come the EMTs, and before they can help Maurice up, she's laughing and standing on her feet. Miz tries to capitalize on this, and Bryan fights out and ends up knocking Miz into Maurice on purpose this time, and she actually does fall down, and he celebrates. He doesn't feel bad this time around. And we go backstage to Bryan talking to the, forgot who the name of that new interviewer is, but he says that he cannot wait for their match at Super Showdown, where he plans on punching Miz in the face and punching his ticket at the WWE Championship. So as you guys know, Bryan and Miz will be taking each other on at Super Showdown 1-on-1, and the winner will get a shot at the WWE Championship. As of right now, it's looking like Miz is going to win that one as well, but maybe they'll go with Bryan, because it's been pretty one-sided so far with the feud. I feel like Miz has gotten the one-up on Bryan for the most part, and maybe Bryan finally gets one on Miz at Super Showdown. Who knows? Or it could go the exact way I think it will go, and Miz will beat Bryan again, which is okay. I think the whole story is Miz gets the one-up on Bryan, embarrasses him, makes him feel like he can never beat him, and then he finally beats him at WrestleMania. But at that point, he'll be the WWE Champion, and he'll take the championship away from him. I'm cool with that. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's how you do it. Have Miz dominate Bryan. Dominate, or escape Bryan, if we are being honest. Get the championship away from AJ Styles, go all the way to WrestleMania with it, and then have Bryan win the Royal Rumble, and then he beats Miz at WrestleMania. Or we can have Bryan beat Miz, and then we do Bryan versus Samoa Joe for the championship, but then somehow we get Miz in the title picture, and he still gets the championship. So either way, I still think Miz is getting that championship before WrestleMania. That's how I feel. Whether it's through the exact way we think it's going to happen, Miz beats Bryan, beats AJ, or they just find a different way to get Miz to that title picture and get that title on his race. So we'll see what they do. But good opening segment. Crowd loved it. I liked it too.
Did you watch Omega vs. Ishii at NJPW Destruction?
Not yet. Gonna watch it later. I'm saving that until after the review, actually. So I'll check that out later. But let's go ahead and get on to the next segment. So the next segment is a match between Cesaro and Kofi Kingston. As you guys know, thereby, Cesaro and Sheamus are taking on the New Day at Super Showdown.
Bryan versus Miz should be 2 out of 3 falls.
They can do that match later. There's plenty of matches these two can do. Let's go ahead and get this next match out of the way. It's good enough just being a number 1 contendership match. That's fine. There's a lot more to the match now that we know it's for a championship match or a championship shot. But you know, as time goes by, if they want to do a 2 out of 3 falls, I'm cool with that too. No complaints about it. All right. But yeah, Cesaro took on Kofi Kingston, and it was a solid match. I keep forgetting how good Cesaro is inside the ring as a singles competitor. But this whole bar tag team, and I know a lot of people are just happy that he's on TV, and that's just it. People are just happy Cesaro is on TV. He's involved in something. He's not backstage, not doing anything. As much as I'm not necessarily against the bar as a tag team, I'm not all that excited about it because I know it's only an anchor to keep him in the mid-cards. They know damn well if they push Cesaro as a singles competitor, he will be one of the highest acts in the company. But they don't want that. They don't want Cesaro to be one of the highest acts. They want him to be a good mid-card enhancement talent, which is stupid. It's a waste of his talents. And I keep saying that if they don't push Cesaro soon, and that contract of his expires, he needs to leave and go straight to the indies. Because at this point in time, I guarantee you, if Cesaro left and went to New Japan or ROH or whatever company wants him, he will instantly become one of the highest acts in the wrestling business. I guarantee you, if Cesaro leaves, good night. It's over. This guy will be one of the highest acts. But alright, I mean, WWE wants to keep him in the mid-cards for now? Sure. Whatever. We'll just keep getting glimpses of how great he could be in matches like this against Kofi Kingston. Do I think the Bar is going to beat the New Day at Super Showdown? Absolutely not. Please. Please. But it is what it is. Backstage, we see Rusev talking to his wife, Lana, and he's confronted by Aiden English. Aiden English apologizes for costing them their tag team championship match on the pre-show. Yes, the pre-show at Hell in a Cell, which honestly makes no sense since they had 20 minutes to spare. They could have easily put down the main card. That's neither here nor there. He apologizes for costing them the match, and Rusev tells him, that's alright, because I'm going to win the US Championship match tonight. Only this time, you can't be out there. He told Aiden he is not allowed to be in his corner. Aiden is distraught by this. Why, man? Come on, it's me, Aiden. I really tried to help you. He's like, look, if that was you trying to help me on Sunday, I'm tired of carrying the dead weight. Basically called him dead weight. He's holding him back. This pissed him off. You could imagine why this would piss him off. But yeah, Aiden gets pissed off. And then as Rusev walks away, he just explodes and goes on a rant about how he's the reason why Rusev Day is the reason it's so popular. He's the reason why Rusev Day is as high as it is, as good as it is. He feels like Lana is a horrible manager. She should be a better manager than a wife. Lana hears all of this. I don't even know why he didn't think nobody would hear this. But Lana hears it all. And she says, I'm going to tell Rusev. Her accent came back this week, but okay. I'm going to tell Rusev. And then she goes to tell Rusev, and he isn't hearing it because he's too focused on the match. But we'll see where that leads. Also backstage, we see Randy Orton in the production truck. He is bullying one of the crew members, and he's making him pull up footage of Randy torturing Jeff Hardy. And it's numerous video clips and photos of him just pulling at Jeff Hardy's ear and beating the piss out of him. But one in particular he's focused on is when he drew that screwdriver.
How would you book Cesaro's main event TPUSH?
Main event push. That's a video for another time. Let me get through this. Matter of fact, ask me that after this review, and I'll get to it, I promise. Let me get the rest of this. But Randy Orton is fixated on this one picture of when he drew that screwdriver through the earlobe of Jeff Hardy at Hell in a Cell. And it's almost like, and I said this on Twitter, it's almost like he's watching BDSM on a porn website. It's like he's getting off on you. He's like, oh my god, yes, oh my god. You know, it's like, my goodness, this guy's a sicko. But it's, in a strange way, it's so irritating to watch him just be this sycophant. He's just a psychopath. And he tells the crew member as he's choking him, and the crew member's like, oh my god, you're hurting me. He's like, oh, does that hurt? Is it better? You know, just starts choking him even worse. He tells him, if you thought that was bad, just wait until you see what I do to my next victim. He doesn't announce who his next victim's going to be. But who do you think it's going to be? Who do you think Randy Orton's next victim is going to be? Give me some thoughts. Give me any ideas. For real, like, let me know in the live chat and in the comments down below. Who do you want Randy Orton's next victim to be, quite frankly? Let's see what happens. Some people are saying Daniel Bryan. Honestly, yeah, I mean, if Miz beats Bryan, he's going to need someone to work with. So, yeah, it might, in fact, be Bryan. And then after Miz beats AJ will need someone to work with. So then I wouldn't be shocked if the plan is to do Randy Orton and Bryan for the rest of the year. And then after AJ loses the championship, we do AJ and Randy Orton for WrestleMania. We could do that. That might be what they do. I'm cool with that. But I'm still really enjoying what they're doing with Randy. I think what they're doing with Randy is some of his best work this year. And yeah, there you go.
This is some of Orton's best work in years.
Spinosaurus agrees with me. So let's see what happens next. Moving on to the next segment here. We see AJ Styles backstage doing an interview with, again, that new female interviewer. I don't know what her name is. Styles admits that he got lucky. And Samoa Joe basically got jibbed in a way. He said maybe Samoa Joe should be the champion. Or maybe this is karma for everything that he did to me and my family. But he basically says they will do it one more time at Super Showdown. Until then, he has to focus on Andrade, Cien, Almas. Yes, AJ and Joe will have a match at Super Showdown. It will be no DQ. So the match that I wanted at Hell in a Cell, I'm getting at Super Showdown. Okay, sure. I don't know if AJ's gonna lose the belt there, but we'll see, I suppose. We have Shinsuke Nakamura, United States of Nakamura, taking on Rusev. We have Aiden English coming out to announce Rusev, despite his remarks backstage. Rusev is oblivious to what's happening, but he'll soon find out. During the match, we see Aiden English get on the ring apron and do the whole Rusev crush. This distracts Rusev, allowing Nakamura to get the roll-up pin and retain his championship. Immediately after the bell rung, Aiden gets inside the ring and assaults Rusev from behind with a microphone. Lana is distraught. She's yelling, "Get out! Get out!" And Aiden English stands over Rusev and sings Happy Rusev Day and throws the microphone down. So there you have it. Aiden English has turned heel. I guess we can assume the tag team Rusev Day is over. And we are now in the midst of a Rusev versus Aiden English feud. Was this too soon? Was this the right time to do this? Because let's be real, Rusev Day is still one of the highest acts in WWE. And maybe this was not the best move for Aiden English, let alone Rusev. But I think Rusev will be fine. Matter of fact, I think this just solidifies him as a babyface now. I think before this, it's still been kind of iffy on what role Rusev played. Because some people, yeah, we treated him like a babyface, but some people still kind of saw him as a heel, and that was because WWE was trying to book him as one. They tried to force him as a heel, which was dumb. It is dumb. But now, since this heel turn happened, there is no disputing it. He's a babyface. He is full-blown babyface now.
What a shame. Tomorrow is not Rusev Day anymore.
Actually, I disagree. I mean, Rusev Day still exists. It just won't have Aiden English. Remember, Rusev Day started with Rusev. The tag team Rusev Day is done. But Rusev Day lives on. He has Lana, he has the t-shirts, he has him. So quite frankly, I feel more bad for Aiden English. I think he'll fall into irrelevancy following this feud. But it is what it is. I mean, they didn't want this act to go as far as it could go. That's on them. I still feel like they could have won the tag team titles at least once. But no, okay, fine. Don't do that. Let's have Aiden English fall into irrelevancy while Rusev still remains a mid-card player, I suppose. It's not like he's going to become a world champion anytime soon.
Because how dare they get themselves over, right?
Yeah! Rusev, how dare you get over? How dare you organically connect with the audience? How dare you become entertaining enough where fans will buy your t-shirt and pay tickets to go see you? How dare you do your job properly? How dare you, Rusev? How dare you? It's a shame. But, oh well, you know, it's a super chat party apparently.
I smell a pre-show match coming.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if this ended up on the pre-show of Super Showdown. Wouldn't that suck? If on the pre-show of glorified house show, because that's what it is. Super Showdown is a glorified house show. But on the pre-show of a glorified house show, this match happens. Lets you know what they think about Rusev.
WWE doesn't care, but Rusev is a babyface.
Why does this say Rusev? But yeah, absolutely. Rusev is definitely a babyface. So let's see what they do. Not going to complain too much about what's happening so far. Do I like the fact that Rusev Day, the tag team, has been split up? Not necessarily. But I'm not going to say it's the end of the career. The end of the career of Rusev. I think he's going to be fine. As long as he keeps Lana, he'll be absolutely fine. You know what I mean? But for real, like, he'll be fine. Aiden, I'm not so... Yeah, I think Aiden is done. I think Aiden English might be out the door after this. Let's not say out the door like he's going to be fired. But I do think he will cease being relevant following this feud.
They could do a Survivor Series match, maybe.
I could be involved in a Survivor Series match, 5-man. You know, if you want to do what? AJ, Bryan, Rusev, then maybe... If Jeff is healthy, maybe Jeff Hardy. And add someone else in there. Who's a babyface I can throw in there? R-Truth? Maybe Ty Dillinger? Let's go R-Truth. Taking on Orton, Miz, Nakamura, just all the other, Joe, and, all the counterparts. I don't know who would go against R-Truth. Pick somebody and insert them into that match. But yeah, I do think if you want to do that, that'll be fine too. Oh, Aiden English. Did I say Aiden English? I don't think I did. Okay, there you go. There's your SmackDown Survivor Series match. I just gave it to you. I need to write that down. They might actually do that. Okay, who did I say again? I said Styles, Bryan, I said R-Truth, I said Jeff Hardy, and I said Rusev. Versus Orton, Nakamura, Joe, Miz, and Aiden. Okay, there you go. There's your SmackDown Survivor Series match. I just gave it to you. I actually would love to see that match. Believe it or not, that would be an awesome Survivor Series match. And of course, their manager will be Carmella. And then Maurice will be the manager of the heel team. So I'm cool with this either way. If you want to put Brie in there as well. No, let's not. Can we? Whatever. We'll see what they do. I'd rather it just be Carmella. Honestly.
Aiden should go to Raw, NJPW.
Will he fit in on Ring of Honor? Or, I have no idea. We'll see. But, let's move on to the next segment here. The next segment, I believe, is that AJ Styles versus Andrade Cien Almas match, right? Yes, it is. Oh. Hold on, Super Chat.
Survivor Series will be Raw versus SmackDown. Sorry, lol.
Oh, whatever. Is anybody else getting kind of sick of that? Like, I feel like that concept is worn as welcome now. Like, for real, pausing for a second. Can we just go back to SmackDown Survivor Series matches against, SmackDown guys and then do Raw versus Raw guys? Let's take a break. 1 year. Let's take a break from Raw versus SmackDown. Like, let the brands do their own Survivor Series matches. Seriously, I'm already getting kind of worn out with the whole SmackDown versus Raw thing. Is anybody else worn out? Because I am. Like, just take a break for 1 year. Take a break. Do SmackDown Survivor Series match. Do Raw Survivor Series match. Do one for the women and be done. Maybe you can do women. SmackDown women versus Raw women. Fine, that's cool. But with the men, just keep it separate this year. Because, I'm sorry, if they end up doing SmackDown versus Raw, and we do AJ, Bryan, Rusev, replace R-Truth with Nakamura, and then I guess Miz? See, then it gets clunky because we have to do heels and baby faces. But they take on what? The Shield, Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Strowman, and like who else would you put in there? I guess Ziggler or McIntyre. See, now it just gets clunky. I don't even want to think about that. Let's just take a break. Let's take a break from Raw vs. SmackDown this year, please, and just do separate matches for Raw and SmackDown. That's what I want. Sorry, I just had to go on that tangent. Let's get to it. AJ Styles versus Andrade, Cien, Almas. I thought it was a really good match. Andrade, unfortunately, will probably never be a world champion in WWE. I hate saying that. He should definitely win the US or IC championship. I would love to see him as my US champion. Love to. But despite him never reaching the pinnacle, he's a joy to watch. This act with him and Zelina Vega, is easily one of the best things on SmackDown. And it's undisputed. He is one of the best wrestlers. Top 10 in WWE. This guy's awesome. He has so much going for him. And every match he's had so far on the main roster has been really good to great to awesome. And I want to see more of him. I can't give him enough praise. Ever since he met Zelina Vega on NXT, this man has been on fire. And tonight was no different. He had an excellent match with AJ Styles. The crowd was into it. They did some awesome spots. AJ got a chance to sell his injuries, the wear and tear from his match against Samoa Joe. And it was a really good match. AJ did his thing. Now, he ended up beating Andrade with an awesome... I forgot how he got into it. Oh, I remember it. So, he went for a... I don't want to call it a schoolboy, but yeah, it was a schoolboy roll-up. And then he lifted Andrade up like Superman and hit the Styles Clash. That was really cool. I like when he does those interesting transitions into the Styles Clash. He's done that before. I'm pretty sure I've seen him do that exact same transition into the Styles Clash before. But that was awesome. I thought it looked really good. And AJ ends up winning the match. Unfortunately, he doesn't get a chance to celebrate because Joe immediately hit the ring and started beating the hell out of AJ. Yelling at him, "You will never be safe," because you know the truth. You will never be safe. But AJ fights back and runs off Samoa Joe because Joe's a heel. Because Joe can't look strong, right? He has to run off. Oh, sorry, Joe.
That Styles Clash tonight looked pretty.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. Really well sold. But yeah, Joe just... Once again, it's WWE doing what they can to make a guy like Samoa Joe look like the typical heel one-on-one character. You're going to come out, attack AJ after he had a match, but then run away when he fights back. Like, that's... I'm nitpicking. I get that. But I hate that. I hate that every heel does that. Why does every heel have to act the exact same? Can we not have every heel be the same old cowardly chicken crap persona? Back in the day, we had different variety of heels. You had the opportunists. Edge. You had the dirtiest player in the game, Ric Flair. You had the cerebral assassin, Triple H. You had so many different kind of heels. You had the arrogant heel, Randy Orton. You had the corporate heel, Vince McMahon. And you also had the foreign heels, multitude of them. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about La Resistance? You want to talk about so many other freaking foreign heels. I can be here all day for that. We also had ROTC, which was a politically correct heel. It's like we had different variety of heels. But nowadays, all the heels feel the same. You already know what they're going to do because they're all slated to do the exact same crap. It's like, okay, all the heels do this. and all the faces do this. Screw that. Eddie Guerrero did pretty much everything on the heel list, and fans still loved him as one of the best baby faces of all time. And I keep going back to Eddie. I'll go to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin did everything wrong in the book, and he still is, today, the biggest superstar in WWF history, if not wrestling history. Arguably wrestling history. Maybe that just goes to show you that not everything should be led by these... what am I trying to say here? I don't like how formulaic the characters have gotten. Not everything should be formulaic like this. Just let them feel natural. And we'll talk more about this when I get to Becky and Charlotte at the end of the show. But small stuff like that gets on my nerves. It really does. Like, why is Samoa Joe running from AJ? Especially after he's hurt. He's hurt. He just had a match with Andrade. He should be beating the piss out of AJ. But AJ fights back and now he's running away. I'm sorry. Like, that stuff gets on my nerves. I hate that. And I think it's dumb. Sorry. Just had to go on a tangent there for a second. Next up, we had Asuka taking on Billie Kay. Asuka beats her. Didn't care. Yeah, I didn't care about an Asuka match. Lets you know how well she's been booked, right? Apparently, Asuka and Naomi... Ooh, super chat.
WWE is like my Seahawks offense. No variety.
Ah! Isn't that something? But yeah, it's going to be Naomi and Asuka versus the Iconics at Super Showdown. So, yeah. Now that sounds like a pre-show match. Like the very definition of a pre-show match. No offense, ladies. At least it's not at Evolution. At least it's not at Evolution. At least, if you know what I mean.
Joe Kotu is too big to be a cowardly heel, so it doesn't work.
Well, yeah. Both Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe are way too imposing to be running away from people. But in WWE, all heels act the exact same. All of them are cowards. All of them are scared. And if you're ever caught seeing someone, by the way, who's a heel but acts like a babyface, eventually they will start running away. Because we can't have a heel get over as a babyface, right? It's so dumb. It really is. Okay, is that everything? Because I want to get to this last segment. I think that's it. Here we go. Becky Lynch's Championship Coronation segment. We had Becky Lynch come out. Well, actually, we had Paige introduce Becky Lynch. She gets a massive ovation from the crowd, as she always does. I haven't seen a crowd yet completely turn on Becky. Like, seriously, I haven't seen one crowd even attempt to boo Becky. But shoot, knowing WWE, they're going to keep trying until it happens, right? Anyways, Becky comes out. Paige awards her the championship, and she gets a loud "You deserve it" chant. Massive. Becky said it took two long years to get back to where she belongs. And this is her show now. Like, she's completely owned it. It's her show now. No more being left off magazine covers, and no more being left off posters for pay-per-views. She's done with it. And I'm right there with her. I'm like, absolutely. You've earned it. You earned that right to have this attitude. You earned it. She then calls out Charlotte and tells her to come give her the respect she deserves. Okay. Out comes Charlotte, and Charlotte, being who she was, tells Becky that she is the better woman and congratulates her. Becky laughs. She's smiling. But then Charlotte decides to tell Becky she better enjoy it now, because all it would take for Charlotte to get back that belt is one night, which is at Super Showdown. Charlotte tells Becky that she hates the person she's become. She's not her best friend, or the girl, the woman she was best friends with. She's changed. And she feels like what she had to do to get the belt is not worth winning the championship. Which to me, pausing for a second, I find hypocritical. Because Charlotte did the exact same thing in 2016. But, okay, so when you do it, it's absolutely okay. But then when Becky does it, oh no, it's horrible, it's wrong. Shut up. Shut up. In my head, I'm thinking, you did the exact same thing to her 2 years ago. To the day. But okay, that's okay that you did it, but Becky does it, oh, it's horrible, it's wrong. How could you do that to your best friend? And that's what gets on my nerves. Commentary, throughout this entire segment, was trying their hardest to paint Becky as a villain. What they don't understand, why this will never work, is that one, I keep saying this, Becky is way too sympathetic. Becky has struggled for way too long. Has done everything right, by the way. She didn't cheat to beat Charlotte. She pinned her clean. Has done everything right. We have no reason to hate this woman.
Becky is the reverse Roman. She can't get booed no matter what she does.
Oh my god, thank you. She is literally the reverse Roman Reigns in every way. WWE is stubbornly trying to make Roman a babyface despite the crowd wanting him to be a heel, and is a heel in the crowd's eyes. And now we see WWE stubbornly trying to make Becky a heel despite the crowd trying to keep her a babyface, and is still a babyface. And it's ridiculous. Like, what are you doing? You already took Braun Strowman. You already took Strowman away from us. Let us have Becky, please. But I'm sorry, like, I'm hearing the commentators do all this crap to make Becky feel like she's the villain here. And I'm sorry, I can't. With the story you told, there is nothing that Becky has done wrong here. And Charlotte, time and time again, just comes off hypocritical. I don't want to hear anything about Charlotte doing everything the honorable way. You are the daughter of the dirtiest player in the game. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte, your dad, Ric Flair, has gotten 16 championships, pulling all the dirtiest stunts in existence. And the thing is, Flair lives it. He admits it. He owns it. You get what I'm saying?
And Charlotte is the Roman Reigns of the division.
And see, this is why I don't like what they're doing with Charlotte now. Because the more you try to paint her as this white knight, which she should not be. I don't like Charlotte being the white knight babyface. I think that's dumb. But the more you paint her as a white knight, the more fans turn on her because it doesn't seem genuine. It doesn't seem like Charlotte. And honestly, it shouldn't be Charlotte. Charlotte should be absolutely okay with breaking rules. Why? Because her dad did it. And last I checked, she did it too. She used to do it as well. It's well in her character to break the rules because she's done it before. So this whole white knight Charlotte is just going to turn fans against her like they already are. And yes, I know people don't like hearing me say this, and I'm pretty sure Good Mic Work is going to hate me for saying it, but yeah, Good Mic Work, Charlotte is becoming the Roman Reigns of the women's division. The more they book her like that. They need to stop making her this white knight babyface. Because she's not a white knight. She shouldn't be wearing a white cap. At least Becky owns up to her new persona. Yeah, she attacked Charlotte multiple times. She's not being honorable about it. But she's tired of doing things the right way. Or what seems to be the right way. But I'll tell you this. She didn't cheat to beat Charlotte. Did she? Did she cheat to beat Charlotte? No, she beat her clean. So, yeah, she might not be the white knight babyface we all know her as, but she's still a babyface in my eyes. She hasn't done anything wrong. She's done everything by the book. And before anybody tells me, oh, she turned on her best friend.
WWE sucks at storytelling, and they never follow their own continuity.
And that's what kills them. If they were to follow their own continuity, they would understand why this whole idea that she attacked her best friend is never going to work out the way they want it to, because Charlotte attacked her first 2 years ago. It's never going to work out the way you think it should work out. And for you to think that we forgot about that, you're morons.
WWE should focus on quality, not making us puppets.
Anyways, let's get on with the rest of this segment. So, Becky starts talking. And Becky is smiling from ear to ear because Charlotte's congratulating her, giving her credit. And then Becky gives her orders. Becky tells Charlotte she didn't want her raising her arm at Hell in a Cell because she didn't want her stealing her spotlight. But then she says, okay, you can raise my arm tonight. Charlotte says, no, I'm not going to do it. And she says, okay, I'm joking. You can put the title around my waist. Charlotte says no again. And then Becky's like, okay, no, you don't have to do that. How about you call me Queen? Bitch. You know, now she's just digging deep. She's really getting into Charlotte. Charlotte loses it. She starts attacking Becky, but Becky gets the upper hand. She gets the upper hand and beats up Charlotte again, locks her in that armbar, and the crowd loves it. The crowd loved every second of this. And I loved it. I love seeing Charlotte get her butt kicked in. I'm sorry. I will always respect Charlotte, but you're not going to take Becky's spotlight. This is her spotlight. She earned this. And the way she's acting would be a genuine reaction from anybody. So yeah. Watching Becky beat up Charlotte was awesome. Walking away with that championship, raising it high, looking proud, smiling. I loved it. I loved every single second of it. So there you go. I thought this was a great way to end SmackDown. I thought Becky looked awesome. And I think it's absolutely sad that WWE is trying really hard to make her a heel. And what they don't realize, that it's just not going to work. You can force this down our throats all you want.
And it's insulting to our intelligence, too.
Yeah, this is no different than Braun Strowman. You can try to make Becky turn on the crowd herself, tell the fans to shut up and stuff, and I guarantee you that's what they're going to do next. They're going to try to tell Becky to tell the crowd to shut up. Because that's the only way they're going to make the crowd boo her now. Is for Becky to be rude to the fans. And if they do that, they literally will turn me off from anything they do. Because it will...
Becky is not a heel. People wake up already.
But that's the problem. She's not a heel. She shouldn't be a heel, but WWE is clearly trying to make her one. Clearly. If you listen to the announcers, if you look at the story, how it's being played out, they want her so badly to be a villain. But what they don't seem to realize is that what you're doing is making her cooler. You're turning her into an anti-hero. Which, hey, I'm cool with anti-heroes. Variety in characters. I'm cool with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. But yeah, absolutely. I am ecstatic with what they're doing with Becky. And I look forward to seeing what they do next. From what it looks like, I wouldn't be shocked if Charlotte got the championship back at Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell. Super Showdown. Sorry. Oh god, I'm happy she didn't get the championship or retain the championship at Hell in a Cell. But she'll get it back at the next pay-per-view, and then Becky will win it back at Evolution. And don't be shocked if they trade the belts back and forth throughout the rest of the year. But yeah, that was SmackDown. I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. How did you guys feel about it? How did we feel overall about Becky, her anti-hero moment? How do we feel about AJ versus Andrade? How do we feel about everything? Everything we saw on SmackDown tonight. So let's go. Let's go to the live chat here. What are you guys talking about? Isaiah Webb. Did you hear about them confiscating hashtag I Boo the Woo signs at Hell in a Cell last night? I saw that. I did hear about it. I didn't talk about it at Hell in a Cell on my Hell in a Cell review. But that's stupid. It's once again WWE trying to make... They have their own agenda. They're trying to make the crowd go a certain way, and they still don't understand that never works. It's no different than them confiscating yes signs back when Bryan was getting over as a babyface while he was a heel. It's no different than them confiscating Rusev Day signs. When they don't want someone to be a babyface, they literally will try to force their agenda on you, which never works. It never works. And then we get someone like Goldust. Oh, shut up, Marks, you smarks, you smarks, you smarks. How dare you smarks not go with the program. Just enjoy it, you smarks. Just these old, senile, out-of-touch bastards who don't know what the hell they're talking about and who don't understand the audience because they're tone deaf. Go away. Go away. If you cannot understand why fans like me are so adamant about liking someone like Becky Lynch, if you can't get that, you should go away. Especially if you even dare to have a camera and put yourself on YouTube. Because if you are tone deaf, you're the last person I want to hear. And I get it. Like, I get that there are probably some people out there who will go along with it. They will boo Becky. And if you want to boo Becky, I'm not saying you can't. But let it be because you want to do it. Don't be one of those, I don't want to say sheep. I don't like saying sheep. But, you know, don't be one of those puppets. That's even worse, actually. Screw it. Don't be a puppet. This is WWE telling you to boo somebody. Boo them. Boo them. Boo them because you don't like what they're doing. Let it be because it's what you naturally feel. Seriously. Because I'm sick and tired of WWE doing this to the audience. Or trying to, and it never works. You will boo Rusev. You will boo Becky. You will boo Braun Strowman. You will boo all these people that you are not supposed to like. You will cheer Roman Reigns. You know, it's never, ever going to work. It's never worked before. It will never work now.
But why would an egotistical heel want fans to shut up? Wouldn't they want to be cheered because it strokes their ego?
Exactly. Exactly. I think about history lesson. In 2003, there was a highlight reel in Canada with Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho. And during this segment, of course, it's in Canada, so they're going to boo Shawn Michaels because Montreal Screwjob, 1997, Bret Hart, you know. So he goes out and he gets booed. And during that segment, Chris Jericho, who was the heel, got cheered. And when the crowd was cheering Chris Jericho, he ate it up. He was placating to the fans. He was turning the crowd on Shawn Michaels. And I thought it was great. He wasn't telling him to shut up. He was going along with it. And the only time he told him to shut up was when Shawn Michaels super kicked him. And he got the crowd to boo him. But as an egotistical heel, you would want the crowd to like you. Because that's why you do it. Because when someone strokes your ego like that, come on. But see, no, we can't have that because it would make too much sense. That would be actual storytelling. It's so stupid. Let's see. BW Rosa. Becky gave Charlotte a verbal taste of the way she treated her and others with the things she demanded Charlotte to do tonight. Yeah. I mean, wasn't Charlotte doing everything to Dana Brooke that Becky tried to get her to do tonight? See, again, I don't feel sorry for Charlotte because everything Becky's doing to her, Charlotte did to others. Continuity matters. It really does matter. You're not going to get fans to boo Becky. Let's see here. Let's see. Black Cyborg Gaming. Goldust was right in my opinion. Don't hate because it's my opinion. Face heel aspect is face heel aspect. No, I don't think Goldust was right in the sense that fans' opinions don't amount to anything. He was not right when he said that. Sorry, Black Cyborg, but I gotta call you out on that, buddy. Like, if you take into account everything he said, he was wrong for saying that. Which is why he took down the tweets. I'm sorry. You don't get to tell the audience their opinions don't matter. After what Stephanie said at a conference. We got to where we are today because we listened to the audience. But then on Twitter, you tell the audience that their opinions don't matter. No, you're not gonna get away with that, Goldust. He was wrong, and we need to call him out for that BS. Because if I said it, you call me out for it. Sorry. Let's see here. Hi, Melissa. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Becky is so hot as a heel, though. I mean, yeah, this new persona is absolutely attractive because she's using more body language. And I think because she's using more body language, she focuses more on her assets, if you know what I mean. And I think,
Not to mention real egotistical fighters like McGregor and Mayweather love to be cheered.
Everybody wants to be cheered. Everyone wants to be appreciated and loved. There's nothing, that's human. Let's see here. Holy moly donut shop. She's a Flair. She has to be great. LOL, horrible. Yeah. It makes sense that her ego gets like that. Because she is a Flair. Jacob, how do you feel about Crown Jewel? I don't have any opinions on the next Saudi Arabia event because I don't care. It's a cash grab. The greatest Royal Rumble, when you think about it, the greatest Royal Rumble event amounted to nothing. It really didn't mean anything. This is just a cash grab. This is WWE being money whores. They are. They're being money whores. We're going to go to this country that doesn't respect women to put on a show and then make it up to women by giving them their own pay-per-view, which will probably not even be all that good, knowing what the main event will be. But, okay, whatever. Get your money, WWE. It just shames me. It just disappoints me that we're sacrificing the quality of the product to be money whores, essentially. Because that's what you are. BW Rosa. I think Vince wants to have one last fling before he retires. In other words, another Federation era. Good guys versus bad guys with the way they book people. Who knows, man. Couple more, then I'm going to get out of here. Kaide. People that cheer Roman and are sensitive about us talking about Roman should leave. Seriously, like, if you're going to be on here defending Roman, cool. Defend Roman. But understand that there is a possibility that we will disagree with you. But that's just what kills me about this whole Roman Reigns business. There aren't that many people who defend him talking about why we should like him. Because there aren't reasons to like him. And that's what kills me. Oh, he has good matches. Okay, he's not the only person in the world having good matches. One. And two, there are people who have better matches than him on WWE, on Raw, right now. So if your argument is he has good matches, find a new argument. Let's see here. Ciampa is a great example of a natural heel turn done right. Don't get me started on Ciampa, please. I'll be here all day.
Did you hear Alexa Bliss is legit injured?
She is? She got hurt? For real? I need more story about that. I didn't know she actually did get hurt. Oops, sorry. I don't... oh well. I feel bad for her that she got hurt, but honestly, it's one of those things where I've seen so much of Alexa Bliss. This actually might be a blessing in disguise. I need to miss her. Now, the sad thing is, if she's hurt, we won't get to see Trish Stratus versus Alexa Bliss. Oh well. Maybe we'll get Trish versus Sasha Banks. Oh no. Oh, wouldn't that be a freaking loss? So instead of Alexa versus Trish, we'll get Sasha versus Trish. Oh no. Oh no. It's not like we won't want to see that freaking match. Like, real talk. Real talk. But people are telling me that Ronda messed up her arm. Oh, like she actually accidentally broke her arm? Oops. So you're actually surprised that an MMA performer who is learning how to play more of this kayfabe wrestling style, and remember, she's actually doing pretty well for someone making that transition. But yeah, we're actually shocked that we actually saw her break, or she actually injured her arm. Not really. Let's see here. Dude, we're both watching a YouTube review of SmackDown. You in no place to talk. Take the high ground. Huh?
Ronda Rousey broke Alexa's arm.
Yeah. Let's say that for another day, because I don't know too much about that. We'll see. The girl says she's too rough. Okay, again, I'm sorry, but why are people shocked about this? Oh, surprise! The MMA fighter is a little bit more rougher around the edges. The MMA performer is actually trying to make it convincing as possible. Get out of here. Let's see here. I like Roman. That's my opinion. Okay, Black Cyborg Gaming. No one said you can't like Roman. Thank you, Beep Jr. for the $1 super chat. No one said you can't like Roman. We don't care. No one's telling you can't like Roman. But the problem is, fans who are Roman, not saying it's you, but there are fans who like Roman who don't like the fact that others don't like him. And they get their panties in a bunch when someone like me starts ranting on him. Stop ranting on Roman Reigns! Stop it! And I'm just arguing that, hey, if you want me to like Roman, here's an idea. Give me reasons why I should like him. Now, I might not agree with you, but you might actually find something in there that'll make me go, okay, well, he's not as bad as I thought he was. But when you have to make that argument, there isn't much to go on. Because when the top argument on your list is that he has good matches, that's basically hitting the bottom of the barrel because you're supposed to have good matches. Oh, he's a good performer inside the ring. Oh, that's wonderful. Is he the best one? Oh, he's not? Oh, okay. Isn't that a shame? This is why fans don't like me. This is why people unsubscribe from your boy. This is why Roman Reigns fans want to tear my throat out. I'm telling you. Alright, so I'm going to do my research on Alexa Bliss, but I'm going to cut this off right now. So thank you guys for tuning in to my live review on SmackDown. I had a great time. I enjoyed this podcast. I'll be up here tomorrow night to talk about 205 Live, NXT, Lucha Underground, and the Mae Classic. So that's going to be a big review. 4 shows. Count them. 4 shows. Can't wait to see you all for that. So, this is your boy, the X-Man, signing off. Once again, subscribe, like the video if you haven't already. Donate using Super Chat, PayPal, or Patreon. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to WrestleCrate. Get yourself, as I get further and further back, it's almost like it's nervous. It doesn't want to be on camera. Get yourself a WrestleCrate monthly subscription service sent right to your door for a certain price. If you subscribe today using the promo code DeluxeMan, you will get your first box 20% off. Once again, if you subscribe today, get your first box 20% off with the promo code DeluxeMan.
I would like to see Ronda in NJPW. If they had a women's division, she would be perfect for strong style.
And that's the problem too, because when people like Io Shirai, and Mako, Satomura come up, they're going to be saying the exact same thing. They're too rough. They're too stiff. Get used to it. Quit being divas and be female wrestlers. Seriously. Alright. That's all I'm going to say about it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Love you. This is your boy, Deluxe Man, signing off right here in your boy, Deluxe Man's World. Take it easy. Peace.